welcome back to me. So today I have a couple things that I want to go over with you guys before we jump into the story. Just a recap of my week. I think I'm gonna kind of do like recaps for you every time I do a video, just to let you know how my week has gone and why I haven't posted a video. So this last 2 weeks, I've obviously been dealing with Scott's injury, trying to help him get better, hospital visits, me working. I don't just do this for money. Like, I obviously don't make any money off this yet. So I do have like an actual job that I have to go to every day, which is very time consuming. On top of that, I don't know if I had like an allergic reaction. My allergies have been super crazy this year, and it went from me having like a super severe itchy throat to my eyes just being so extremely itchy that it was hard to even like see or open them. Like, I just was continuously itching them. I had a scab on my eyelid from me itching so much, so I didn't even want to be in front of the camera to record this video for you guys. But I'm feeling better now. I got some eye drops that are specifically for itchiness. I have some lotion that's for itchy skin, so I just put it all over my eyes. I don't know, it went away. I mean, it's still a little bit itchy, but it's a lot better. So now that that's all done, I just want to jump into the video, and this is how my insurance company that I've been with for 9 years, how they screwed me over, and now I have a different insurance company. So I don't even know where to start. It's like such a crazy story because I've literally never been disrespected so much in my entire life that I was just flabbergasted. Here's how it initially started. Last month in April, I have my policy on auto pay, so it'll just take it out every month from my card, but my card was declined, and I knew that, which is why I had called them the day of, and I had double checked. I was like, hey, did my card get declined? And they were like, yeah, it did. And I was like, okay, so I just want to pay over the phone then. And I was just using a different card. We'll name this card holder, we'll name her Sheila. Okay, so pretty much my boyfriend's mom, I'm not gonna say her real name, she's gonna be Sheila, helps me with the car payment in accordance of me helping her get Scott to work and take care of Scott and everything of the such, and I'm about to start working for her soon. So our agreement on this is that she'll help me with the car payment and she'll help me with the insurance. So pretty much what happened was she didn't give me cash last month to put on my card to give, so that it would take out auto pay. She just was like, you know what, just use my card, I don't have time to come. So she gave me her card information, and I called them, and I spoke with, let's see, what should I call him? I'll call him Sam. So we have Sheila and we have Sam. So Sam is going to be my insurance agent that I usually talk to. Very seldom I'll just call and he won't be in office, and I'll just like pay through whoever the main person that answers the phone is. But generally I go through him because I text him whenever I have questions. Whenever I have to renew my policy, he helps me out and finds like the best one for me or whatever. So I usually go through him. Well, last month I had called him. Everything was good. He said that my payment was good, and I was like, just make sure it's a one-time payment, please. Like, I don't want her card on file. Next month it'll go through my auto pay and such and such. And so we get off the phone, and he calls me. He was like, okay, Angelica, have a good day. And I just didn't think of anything. Like, my name's Amanda, it's whatever. You're a busy guy. You work at a big company, you deal with plenty of customers every day. Like, I'm not gonna get mad over you calling me a different name. So I was just like, okay, yeah, bye. And then, let's see, when was this? This happened a couple weeks ago because I'm so late on my video, but pretty much, I wanna say May 12th. I think it was May 12th. Like somewhere like May 10th through May 12th, I wanna say. I get an email saying that my policy is canceled because I didn't pay the month of April, And so I immediately tried to call him directly, and he didn't answer. And so I tried to text him, because I do have his number that we like text through when he finds me new policies, and he didn't answer. So I just called and talked to someone else, and I was telling them how upset I was. And keep in mind, side note, ever since I was 18, I got a DUI, so I had them just solely for my SR22, which, if you don't know what that is pretty much like personal insurance, so that you can drive other people's cars that have car insurance. So that's what I had. I had that for probably about 4 or 5 years until I decided to get my car. Like, I got my first car, so then I added on that car, but I just had liability, so that's like the cheapest one. And then this year, when I get a brand new car, they obviously make you have like full coverage, and the second I get full coverage, like, everything just falls to shit, and it's been like so frustrating. But this just like was the cherry on top, where I was just literally like, fuck you guys. Because, so first off, I set up my policy through Sam, and you know, he didn't even put the right deductible amount. So when I had gotten my first bill, instead of it being $271, it was $294. And so I was like pissed off about that. I was like, why am I having to pay so much more? So she changed that deductible for me, and then it was fine. And then now this whole thing with, like, you know, the payment not going through and all this stuff. And this guy, I will insert some text messages that he had sent to me after this whole ordeal, just so you can see like how retarded this is, and it like really pisses me off. So I'm like a loyal customer for fucking 9 years, and he has the audacity to tell me that I did not call him on April 15th and make that payment. He said, okay, so initially he was like, you didn't call, you didn't call, you didn't call. I listened to the recordings, we record every phone call, you never called, I spoke to Angelica, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you called me, Angelica, at the end of the call. I didn't say anything, but I was like, do you have my number saved under somebody named Angelica? I don't know who this Angelica person is. Like, can you just, like, what the heck? I spoke to you. Like, how are you going to call me a liar right now? And I even had proof of the bank statement that he had charged me, and he didn't even charge me the $271. He charged me $235. So as you can see where this is going, he had put my payment under this Angelica person's account and didn't put it under mine. And then he had the audacity to tell me, like, no, that's Angelica's bank statement. And I was like, why the fuck would I have Angelica's bank statement? I don't even know who this bitch is. Like, what the hell? So anyways, that's the only real name that I'm gonna use, because obviously it's close to mine, so you can see the mistake. But yeah, so that all happened, and I was like literally crying on the phone because I was just so distraught at this whole thing. And I was like, how are you gonna sit here and call me a liar when I talked to you? He's like, we haven't talked since January. And I was like, okay, that's bullshit, like, whatever. And like, I was getting so mad. And then he was like, it's fine, like, I can find you another policy, it'll be cheaper than the one that you have now. And I was like, no, I cannot afford to pay another $200 for a policy, setting up a new one, when I shouldn't even have to when I made that payment. And this fool had the audacity to tell me, if you don't have any money, then just say that, don't go this route, you're gonna get Angelica in trouble, and if I have to contact the police for fraud, then just know what you're getting into. And I was like, how are you gonna sit here and tell me that I don't have any money and that's why I'm doing this? Like, I'm not that type of person. I fucking paid you. Like, it's not my fault that you fucked up. And so, like, you know, this just like pissed me off so much that he would literally go out of his way to like tell me that just because I don't have a lot of money and that I don't have enough money to set up a new policy when I shouldn't have to, that I'm just trying to cause this scene and make all of this up. And like, how would I have these bank statements? Like, it's so stupid. Like, I asked Scott's mom for them specifically for this because he was trying to tell me I didn't pay. So anyways, I pretty much was just like, you know what, fuck you, like, I'm not fucking paying what I owe because they were saying that I owed the insurance company $265 since it was past due and my policy canceled and I never paid. And I was like, I'm not paying that shit. I don't care if it goes into collections. I'll fucking sue you guys. Like, cancel my fucking policy. I'm done. And then, like, probably about 2 hours later, oh, and then another thing, I had texted him right after that, and I was like, I bet you didn't even call this Angelica girl to make sure that she made that payment or that she didn't make that payment. I was like, you probably didn't, because all you want to do is sit here and accuse me of being too poor to pay for a policy. I was like, seriously, fuck you. Like, and then 2 hours later, his boss, we'll call him Marco, his boss called and was like, hey, this is Margot from MIS, and I'm sorry, like, I heard everything that happened, like, I just need to get your side. And I was like, you know what, I'm seriously so done with your company. I was like, I cannot handle this. I've been dealing with Sam the whole time that, you know, for the last, like, I think, like, a year or two, I've been dealing with him. Beforehand, I was dealing with somebody named Julia, and she was really good, but she doesn't work there anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, so anyways, I was talking to his manager, and I was like, he pretty much called me a liar. He told me that I'm only doing this because I can't afford to pay. And he was like, at first he was trying to be all like, oh, did he really call you a liar? Did he really call you a liar? That's a serious accusation. Like, did he use those actual words? And I was like, dude, you record everything. I was like, why don't you listen to how your employee just fucking talked to me? Like, that's not okay. And he was like, okay, I understand you're upset. Like, I'm not gonna leave here until I go through every single recording from that day, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, call me back when you do that because I'm done with you guys. So pretty much, probably like an hour or so after that, he calls me and he was like, yeah, so we looked up, because he had asked me if I always call from the phone number that I have to make the payment. And I was like, yes, this is the only phone number I use. I always call from this number. And so he searched like all of my phone number calls, and he saw that I had called on April 15th, and it was like a 5-minute call, which is enough to pay your fucking bill. And he was like, okay, well, he's like, we record 90% of our phone calls. Of course, the call that I made wasn't recorded, so he couldn't hear exactly what happened, but he did see that I called and he saw that I was telling the truth, so he was like, we have to take your word for it. I'll go ahead and refund the $235 to your card, and if you still want to set up a policy, blah, blah, blah. Like, still trying to get me to fucking set up a goddamn policy. I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to fucking set up a damn policy with you guys. Like, are you kidding me? Do you understand how your employee just treated me? Like, no. Why would I ever want to fucking be with you guys again? Like, oh, it was so ridiculous. And so then after that, which I'm going to insert all the texts, like, right here, pretty much, Sam was texting me, oh my god, I'm so sorry, never in my 5 years that I've worked here has this ever happened, please, like, let me make it up to you. And I was just like, dude, I texted him back straight up and I was like, dude, I've been a customer here longer than you fucking worked here. Like, no, that's not okay. You never get to fucking do that shit. You never get to fucking say that a customer is too poor. Like, fuck you. I pay my bill every fucking month, and it's not my fault that you fucked up and you try to make it seem like I'm the poor one. Like, yes, I am fucking poor, don't get me wrong, but, like, I still pay my fucking bills when I need to. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, like, that was just stupid. I'll put all the text in there so you can see. He was like trying to get me to, like, or he was like trying to get me to agree to him sending me like a $150 gift card, or like, you know, paying for a new startup of a policy. And I was like, bro, I already have a fucking brand new policy. Like, I'm done with you. Like, I don't need you. I'm already going through somewhere else. Like, I don't even want to deal with you anymore. And these are the text messages that his boss sent me the next day. So that was pretty much all of that. And, you know, the company, just to say it because I don't think I said it at all, maybe once, is MIS Insurance, and they are pretty much like an agency that connects you through the best deals for car coverage, car insurance, and stuff like that. So they put you into a different company. So I had MIS, and they put me with Kemper, and it's not Kemper's fault. Kemper Kemper was great. They're pretty low prices, you know, and the whole reason why I even went through this agency rather than like an actual like just regular well-known car company, car insurance company, is because I was 18. I had a DUI. Not a lot of places when I was that young, you know, like I know that my mom had Allstate and they wouldn't cover me because I had a DUI. So, you know, it was just like, I just typed in cheap SR22s, that popped up. They've been great. Maybe I'm the only person that had to deal with this. I mean, I went on Yelp and I did leave a bad review just because I want everyone to know. I'm not trying to slander them, and I'm not trying to, you know, talk shit, but it's just, it's not good. Like, it's not fair. I don't want that to happen to anyone else. I don't want anyone else to pay for their car policy and then have it be canceled and then have to deal with the stuff that I went through. Like, I'm not even gonna say the actual person's name that did this to me because I don't, like, you know, I had no problems with this company until this. So, I mean, it's up to you if you ever want to use them, MIS Insurance, or you can just go directly through Kemper. I had National General through them too, which they were both really great, pretty low prices, and I mean, I just had liability through them. I had full coverage through Kemper, but it was $271, and now I go through Scott's mom insurance company, which is 21st Century, which is lower, which I'm amazed because I thought I was getting the cheapest fucking price. But I'm going through 21st Century now, and I think it was only $164. So that's already saving $110 pretty much. Like, what the heck? So I don't know, I just feel screwed over left and right. Like, I just don't want this to happen to anyone else. I appreciate the manager refunding my money, but I mean, he should anyways. So I mean, I shouldn't really even be appreciative of that because they kept trying to ask me, like, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to make it better? And I'm like, just refund me my fucking money and pay off what I owe to Kemper, because, you know, fucking, I'm not paying it. And if I get sent to collections on that bill, like, I'm gonna sue you guys and I'm gonna fucking fight it. So that's up to you if you want to deal with all that, because I will win this case. I have text messages, I have proof. You guys record all your calls, so don't go deleting them. I'm gonna try really hard to okay. I'm gonna try really hard to keep up weekly again with my videos. I've just been dealing with a lot. Work is stressful. Scott's injury is stressful. I have this cat now that freaking meows at me every day. He just wants so much attention. I had to put him in the room with Scott just now so I could record this video because he kept trying to, like, attack my little backdrop thing that I bought. Oh, by the way, I love it. Don't you love my little setup? But yeah, so I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye!